this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Looking for a gap, it's Daniels. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown it.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This defense really...
The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick.
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle, it's Daniels. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for space, it's Daniels. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Looking to throw at Singleton. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down, looking for more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the tailback. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions. And
the Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the back. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. All right, let's get it. Right. They'll try the run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.